Ever submitted a development application with perfect site plans only to have it delayed because your elevation drawings were incomplete or unclear? Or struggled to show height measurements, roof pitches, and building materials in a way councils actually understand? This is the final piece of the puzzle for council-ready submissions for this project. Hi, Matt here from SolidDrafter. Welcome to the final tutorial of our Verandah Project series. In part 3, we exported professional PDF site plans using layout mode. Today, I'm going to show you how to create external elevation drawings. The last component councils need to approve your Verandah project. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have complete submission-ready drawings that meet Australian development application standards. Let's get started. So what exactly is an external elevation? An external elevation is like taking a photo of your house from the side, but drawn as a technical drawing. Instead of looking down from above like a site plan, you're looking straight at the building from the side. For this Verandah project, we need to show proposed veranda height and roof pitch, materials and finishes, existing dwelling height, and ground level references. Now let's get started. First, we'll create vertical and horizontal custom grid lines. In Model Space, find an empty area on the canvas for drafting, then add the custom grid lines. Next, use Line Tool to draw vertical and horizontal lines. Then activate Snap Tool and Ortho Mode. Select the first point, then press Tab on keyboard to manually enter the line length. Repeat this process for the rest of the lines until all lines are created. Now, check the line lengths you just created to ensure they are accurate. You can do this through Shapes table, Time to add the roof. Use the Line Tool to draw the roof outline. Make sure to activate the Snap Tool to assist with drawing the new lines. Now let's add the eaves gutter. To do this, use the rectangle tool. Select the first point, then press Tab on keyboard so that you can manually enter the width and height. Time to draw the boundary line. To do this, simply select the existing line on the right-hand side of the veranda on canvas, then run the copy command and paste it on the required location. In this project, there is a 200 millimeters gap between the veranda edge and existing fencing. Next step is adding labels to the canvas. To achieve this, go to Object Library and add the text box to canvas. To rotate the text box, select it on Objects table and change the orientation. You can also copy and paste existing labels. To do this, select the label and press Ctrl+C on keyboard, then provide the required location to paste it. Time to show levels on the elevations. To do this, use the line tool and text box. Now add the label to show the ground level. Continue with the rest of labels until they are all completed. Time to create a label for the elevation title. Now that the drafting for this elevation is complete, we can switch to layout mode and create a new drawing sheet for external elevations. Click the Layout Plus button to do this. Time to add the viewport. Let's adjust the viewport scale. For small projects like this, a scale of 1 to 50 or smaller is recommended. You can edit the viewport content by double-clicking inside the viewport window, then holding the left mouse button and moving the mouse to reposition the view. To deactivate the edit mode, simply double-click outside the viewport window. To change the viewport window size, click and hold the left mouse button on the viewport corners, then drag to resize. With elevation A complete, we can now move on to drafting elevation B. To do this, switch to model space, find an empty area on the canvas, and begin drafting elevation B. To start, create a new custom grid line, then use the rectangle tool to draft the extent of the veranda. Continue drafting the rest of the elevation. Use rectangle tool to create the external sliding door on the elevation. Now move the newly created rectangle to the middle of the veranda. Create the top section using the rectangle tool, then apply a hatch pattern. To assign the hatch pattern to the rectangle, first select it, then go through the shapes table and select the preferred hatch. Time to show levels on the elevation. To do this, use line tool and labels. Now that elevation B is complete, switch to model space and create a new viewport to display what you've just drafted. Make sure you return to model space and add the elevation markers. Elevation markers indicate which drawing the reader should refer to in order to view each elevation. To update the elevation marker content, simply double-click on it. Now switch to the layout mode and update the project details for the new layout. Now that everything is set up, let's export the drawings as a PDF. This gives you a clean external elevations layout that's ready for council submission. Well done! You've successfully generated the external elevations layout for your development application. In this Verandah project, we've taken a real example and developed a complete set of council-ready drawings from scratch. Now your Verandah Project drawings are ready for submission. Thanks for following along throughout the Verandah Project series. For platform support and tutorial queries, email us at support@soliddrafter.com.au. With SolidDrafter, you're always drafting with confidence.